I'm Untitled and I saw Back to the Future Part 2. It is directed by I'm Untitled and I saw Back to the Future Part 2. It is directed by Robert Zemeckis, and if you haven't seen this movie, I will spoil it for you. The movie starts with Doc being like, bro, we gotta go back to the future. We gotta go back to the future, Marty. We gotta go back. Pretty much from where the last movie ended, actually. This movie starts. I really like that, actually. It helps me remember exactly what happened at the end of the movie so I can catch up on some details that I might have forgotten if I haven't seen the movie recently. Luckily, I saw this movie, the first one at least, like within the past 3 months, so I know exactly what happened in that movie. But this was years after the first movie, so I completely understand the need to have this end bit at the very beginning of this movie. We're in 2015 with them hoverboards and them flying cars. Man, I remember back in 2015, yes, all of these flying cars around me. Look at all them flying cars and them hoverboards. I wish we had them back in 2015. I remember when it was 2015, I was actually on Tumblr. I'd never seen any of the Back to the Future movies, and only thing that I saw was the little screenshot. It's like, oh, it's October whatever date 2015, y'all. Oh my goodness, we don't have the flying cars or the whatever it's called, hoverboards. Why don't we have any of that? And there's a lot of like points on what we did have and what we didn't have, and I gotta say, Back to the Future didn't really provide a lot of stuff that actually exists now in 2015. It's not 2015 now, it's 2023. I'm dating this video right now. I think that the future is actually going for a Star Trek model versus a Back to the Future model, which is why we don't have any hoverboards right now. We gotta do something about your son, Marty. You go into the future. What are you supposed to do about his son? Logically, you're not supposed to touch things in the future or the past, or else you're gonna make things bad again, okay? First of all, what is he supposed to do, Doc? Why? Why are you even bringing him here? So you can tell him, warn him about the future, maybe you could change some actions, maybe make it so you don't get so triggered by the word chicken that you throw your life away? More on that later. Marty meets Marty Jr. in the same diner as the one from the first Back to the Future, and it makes me wonder, how long has this diner been going? How long has it been? I would like to meet the business owners, please, plus the generations of family running this business. Please, let me know. Let me know what they're doing here, okay? Let me know how they're even so successful to last like 100 years. Back to the Future 2 was very wrong. We don't even have mom and pop shops anymore. We literally only have big corporations. We don't even got any flying cars. X on this movie, erased from the history books, please. Buff, boof, beef. I'm gonna call him Butthead. He is a problem. He's a big problem. He's a big old grandpa head. He's like, I'm gonna warn Marty. You got some bullies going on. Come on, man. What are you doing? And I'm like, okay, first of all, Buff, Butthead. Okay, just gonna call him Butthead for the rest of the video, first of all. Biff? His name is Biff? His name is Biff? What a stupid name. I like Butthead instead. Even though I said that in the last Back to the Future movie, I'm still gonna call him Butthead. We got some major doofus actioning happening here, okay? We have Doc, don't care about who he takes to the future, so he ends up taking Marty's girlfriend. Mistake number one. Mistake number two, Marty buys an almanac from the future that he can take it back in the past, and Doc is like, yo, don't do that, okay? But they get distracted by, the chick being there. She's being sent to her 2015 home and gets a glance of what's going to be in the future. That's no good. No one should ever learn about their future. Say, Doc, you gotta create your own future. If you know about it, then you're... Actually, I don't know what happens if you know about your own future. Let me know in the comments if you do know what would happen if you learned about your own future and what psychological, existential questions that would bring up. This whole distraction causes Butthead to get in the DeLorean, take a little joyride through space and time, come back, and then Doc and Marty go back to the future, back in 1985, and see this terrible future that's here. Everything's in ruins. Oh no, doesn't that just suck? What even sucks even more, Butthead over here, big old wealthy guy over here, just being wealthy, and has forced Marty's mother, Lorraine, to even marry him. And I do like this added detail that in the past, Lorraine's like, yo, I will never, ever, ever marry you. Never, never. And then she's in the future, in this future, she's married to him, but she is so sad. Even though she's got a roof over her head, these are actually some of the points brought up in the movie. Even though she's got a roof over her head, she's got some food, she's got some fine wine, she's got some fine dining, she's got some fine dresses. She hates her life. It's because of the guy that she's with, and that guy sucks. Oh, he's such a butthead. You see why I give him that nickname? Because he sucks? In every instance of the future, he sucks. And the only future and the only reality that I think he should exist in is the one in which Marty McFly went back in time and changed it so George McFly is a good guy and stands up for himself, actually. And then Butthead is just like, sir, please, I would like to buy something for you. I'd like to kiss your booty. Ooh, yeah, That's literally him in the right timeline. That's my favorite time in which he's on TV, on screen, is when he's sucking up to people. When he's taking people being like, hey, you suck. You suck. Ha, I have more money than you. Make it rain. When he's like that, I hate that. Whew, that's exhausting. It's a cute dog. I like your cute dog. I like your cute dog. That's a good boy. Oh, girl, that's a good girl. I don't want to misgender dogs. That's rude. The only way to fix what's happening in 1985 is to go back in the past, yet again, like Back to the Future 1, and go all in on having to atoid your past selves that were also there in 1955. While you're also, there's two Martys, two Docs in this year, in this time period, which first of all I love. It's like they gotta be extra careful. They gotta stalk Butthead around, stalk Butthead when he's a little grandpa. We gotta stalk him when he's a little youngin', and we have to see what he's like as an adult and what he's like as a child, and he sucks. Oh my goodness, why does he keep pushing people? He's like yelling at his grandma, who is like a nice house, and he's just like, I hate you, grandma. And I'm like, she's providing you food and shelter. What are you doing? Marty follows Butthead. I like this. There's a whole, let's jump into the car. We gotta go lay in the car and not be noticed by him, or else he's gonna find me. Oh, that's gonna be a weird time if he finds me. Make sure you don't find it, Marty. We gotta get that Almanac. We gotta get it, or else he's gonna make winning predictions. He's gonna get super rich, and then the future is gonna be bad, all right? We shouldn't have this guy be so powerful. He is an ultimate threat. There's a whole lot of shenanigans that happens in order to avoid being caught by their duplicate selves, but also Butthead. But eventually, Butthead and Marty do have a little meet, and it ends in fun violence and running and fun stuff like that. I like that. No more Almanac for you, Butthead. I'm gonna have a little burn. Burn, baby, burn. Burn, baby, burn. Luckily, that song does not exist in this time period, although I think it should. I do like how Marty burns it, and then, oop, there goes the DeLorean, got hit with the lightning, and then Doc is just in the past now. He's in 1855. Once he sends past Marty into 1985, this new Marty goes up to him that he just saw go into the future, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna pass out. And so the next movie is going to be in 1855, and I'm very hyped because I hear the Wild West is pretty cool. You know, lots of shooting and lots of no laws and lots of and no bureaucracies. Amazing. There's no cars. There's especially no flying cars, no hoverboards, no guaranteed sidewalks. There is no guaranteed safe shelter. I mean, there's saloons and such, but nothing like what we got here. There's no microwaves, there's no fire hydrants, there's no stop signs, there's no water bottles. There are whatever those canteens are, but nothing like what we got. There's no Nalgene bottles, which are indestructible. You can just throw them on the ground and they will never shatter. There's none of that. I think this movie was very amusing. I especially liked the part where we go back into the past and we're still dealing with the events of the first movie, but with the second movie, we got a little more of a layer on top of that, and it makes things a little bit more interesting, spices things up. I like how insane Doc Brown gives me an impression of. He is so insane. What is up with this character? He seems like he's like on like millions of trains of thoughts at a second. Like, oh, we go here, oh, here, and there's a real guy with no brakes. Dude, fix your brakes. Before I was really interrupted, I like how insane Doc Brown appears. And he seems like super smart. I mean, he invented time travel, but he wasn't smart enough to be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't invent time travel until it was a little bit too late, until somebody had the DeLorean that wasn't him. And then when he gets there, he's like, oh, well, oops, maybe I shouldn't have the DeLorean. Would you use a time machine? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, hit that like button, I dare ya. Because of how much this movie built upon the last movie, and it adds some great character moments, like the girlfriend of Marty. Why is she even like his girlfriend if she's not going to be anywhere near Marty's personality? But she kind of is in a way. She is very curious like Marty is. I appreciate that about her. I'm glad that her character is more fleshed out. Marty and Doc are a little bit more fleshed out, and it seems like in this movie they have like a nice back and forth, which in the first movie didn't happen as much, but this one, zinger, zinger, fun stuff like that. So because of this, and it's so enjoyable, but I'm so sad that we don't have Jaws 97 or the Jaws, or have a little shark come at you. I wish we had that in 2015. We don't have any of that, which makes me sad. But I did enjoy this movie, so I gotta give this movie a solid 7.8 out of 10. If you like this review, watch another one. YouTube really likes that. You can also like, comment, subscribe, share this video with everyone you know. The ultimate goal of this channel is for me to become an expert movie reviewer. So if I haven't reviewed it on a channel, there's a chance I haven't even seen it at all. If you'd like to request a movie in the comments below, you can do that. I can fast track a movie review at patreon.com/ASEPresents. $20 a month for one movie review per 1 month. $3 a month how to draw Pokemon tutorials. Plus they're early and first, all at patreon.com/ASEPresents. And if you'd like to help support the daily grindiness of all these daily movie reviews, you can go to this link tree, find the way that you can help support the daily grind of all these daily movie reviews. So you can go here. And until next time, mint salad, I'll see you later, my salad croutons and bacon bits. Oh, could you also add like you did last time, a DeLorean hovering bit? Also make this as memey as possible too, thanks.